I think I've told this story on the show before, but it's one of those things that just stuck with me.
Tell it again,
One time,
Paul does it.
I get home from work. I'm sitting in the living room. My wife is in the kitchen, and she's been there all day long. This is when our kids are little. She's been just running the home, and she's in there. And she's doing the pots and the pans, and there's steam and it's smelling good, and she's making and the phone rings, and she picks up the phone. She's got it in her shoulder, and I hear her, and she's taking a survey. And she's doing a thing, and she's doing a survey at the same time. And, and there's kids walking in and out, and she's giving them instructions, and she's answering questions. And then she gets to the end. I can tell she gets to the end because it's doing the demographics and whatever. And it was a U of I survey. She's an alumna of University of Idaho. And, she's given her age and what year she graduated and everything. And all of a sudden I hear her say, homemaker. Homemaker. Homemaker.
AI was broken, wasn't it?
And then she says, I'm a wife and a mom. I'm a wife and a mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kind of chuckling. And she gets off the phone. She says, poor girl, never heard of a homemaker. And it broke my heart.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, what the saddest thing in the world that a young lady has never heard of the highest calling a woman could possibly have. Right? What dad failed her?
That's right.
To tell her, you know what? When you were a tiny little zygote inside your mother's womb, God already put a uterus inside you.
That's right. Come on now.
That's how God makes little girls.
Yes.
He makes them with a little tiny home inside their body so they know what they're for, from the beginning.
Yeah.
You're someone who makes home.
Yeah.
You make home inside you because you make people inside you, and then you go on and you make home for everyone around you.
Yeah, and you just look at the abortion debate and everything else that's going on. What has been fundamentally attacked in all of it is the female body. These girls, since they're 13 years old, hey, be sterile. Yeah. Here's a pill. Pop a pill. Right. Be sterile. The last thing you want is to get pregnant, and if you do get pregnant, you can at least kill it. So I just think the whole trajectory,
it's not an accident that's the target. It's the same target since the garden.
As I say, there's nothing new under the sun. You think of Pharaoh and his men killing the children. What's surprising is the mom's hopping right in on it.
Right.
But I just think that's
and calling that power.
Yeah.
To destroy the glory.
Yeah, it's just the level of insanity we've reached to destroy the feet. Yeah, and you see it get teased out practically in trans. It's just an absolute assault on the body all around. And the ones who suffer the most in an immediate way is not going to be men, it's women's, because the nature of their body is, as you were saying, to produce life. Yeah. And when you want to stop that from happening, you've got to turn it into hell. You got to turn what it means to be a woman into hell, as if her body is fundamentally a problem that prevents her from getting a job, operating the capitalist system, however you want to shake it out. If her body's the problem, then you have to mutilate it or kill the fruit of it. And
but there's nothing more glorious than the image of God. I mean, think about it. A woman is the kind of human being that has the power of growing a human being inside of her.
That's the most amazing thing.
Right? I mean, just stop.
That's the kind of world we live in.
Yeah, that's a magical thing.
Yeah.
And of course, it's under the blessing of God. It's through the union with you and your husband.
Yeah.
But then you have a person growing inside you.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Just stop and think about that.
I can't do that.
No, I can't do it either.
There's nothing in me that can do that.
No, and